Okay, so we were talking about signing with a power of attorney. I want to talk about signing with an LLC because we see this all the time. I would imagine across the country, but definitely DC, Maryland, and Virginia, you see buyers and sellers signing documents where an LLC is the buyer or an LLC is the seller. So here's the main thing you need to know. In any situation, the person who owns the property, the person who's selling the property, it's a person. So in legal jargon, we have this way of speaking of corporations, LLC, trust. Those are legally people. So a person has to sell or buy, and the LLC is a person in a legal sense. You remember when Mitt Romney said corporations are people too, and everyone ate him up over that. But when we're talking about signing documents, corporations are people too. So a corporation, an LLC, a trust, they are people, and those people assign humans to sign documents for them. So in an LLC, you're going to have a managing member. The LLC is a person, and that person assigns usually a managing member to sign documents on their behalf. So if you are a seller and you're going to be selling a property as an LLC, the settlement company is going to want to see a number of documents from you. And the best thing to do if you're buying or selling as an LLC is get all these documents together in advance so you're not scrambling at the last minute. They're going to want to see articles of organization, maybe your membership agreement. They'll likely want to know that that LLC is active in whatever state it's organized in, so that they know the LLC actually has the right to buy and sell and own property, all that good stuff. So when it actually comes time to sign documents, the settlement company will want to know that the person signing on behalf of the LLC, that legal person, they want to know that the member, the managing member that's signing, actually has the right to do so, and there are going to be documents that you can give to the settlement company, probably articles of organization, documents that set forth these are the people that the LLC has decided have the right to sign on my behalf. It is so important that if you think a managing member might not be available to sign documents at closing, you must talk to your settlement attorney in advance. Gather up all of those documents, talk to your settlement attorney well in advance, because in some cases, only that managing member can sign documents. They won't be able to appoint someone else to sign for them. It all depends on the specific LLC, but if you think that person, that managing member, isn't available, you need to make sure to get with your settlement company in advance. And here's the thing, it works the same way with a power of attorney. If the LLC is signing documents, and let's say there is a managing member signing documents for the LLC, and they've signed the listing agreement, they've signed the sales contract, and then it's time to close. What if you haven't been signing correctly? What if the right people haven't been signing for the LLC? This is very important. You want to talk to a settlement attorney before you're ratifying if you have any question about who is actually signing your documents. Because if you're a seller and you're signing it as an LLC, and let's say you've got a wife who is the managing member, but the wife, for whatever reason, can't sign the sales contract, so she has her husband sign for her. If that husband doesn't have the right to act as the LLC, and then you're on your way to closing and you have a buyer who has cold feet, you don't want to have a contract that someone could say, well, this contract's not really valid because the right person hasn't signed as the seller. The seller is an LLC. The law says that that LLC is a person, and that LLC has to appoint someone to sign on the LLC's behalf, and it has to be the right person that signs the documents. So you really just want to be very careful If you have any questions, your real estate agent should have a relationship with the settlement company, and you can call and talk to the attorney and make sure you've got the right people signing for your LLC. Very important, because you want to get to closing with a contract that is very solid and that your buyer can't blow up at the end if they should get cold feet.